let's move on to the Athletics. So a couple things from the weekend. First of all, Luis Severino, who signed with Sacramento, said he told the Mets he was willing to accept less for a return than the 3-year deal he got from the A's worth $67 million. And he actually gave the number out. He was willing to accept 2 years, $40 million. The Mets, quote, had other plans. There's a lot to slice up here, too. Number one, do you think he should have done that, right? Because do you think a player should take $27 million less to sign with the Mets because he feels comfortable there? And should the Mets have taken him up on that?
They should have. Most definitely they should have. Over 60, he said they wanted 2 for 34. I love everything
2 for
about
40.
It. No, but he came out and said that the Mets said they would do 2 for 34.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
So they were 6 apart?
They were $6 million. I watched the whole thing.
And do you know who they gave that money to?
Frankie Montas.
2 years, 34.
That's what they say. He said in the interview they wanted to give me a Frankie Montas deal, and he said no. And I think this would all be mute if he didn't have a 3-year, $67 million contract. You know what I mean? So he had that. You know, I just don't understand it. And, you know, as a fan, you're watching in like, bro, really over $6 million? I mean, but he had $67 million in the back pocket. So, yeah, he's taking $27 million off of a contract. This is business 101. You got a nickel and dime as much as you can. And guess what? He wanted $40 million. It's $6 million more. I think Cohen made a mistake here, if you want the truth. Mm-hmm. He pitched well last year. They fixed his tips, you know, what he was leaking when he was pitching, whatever it was, with his breathing, that everybody could tell what he was throwing. And, you know, I love this because you don't hear this too often from players. But, you know, to come out and say that and kind of get it off your chest a little bit, you know, proud of him for doing that. But, yeah, it was we were all taken back a little bit on that.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video.
Todd Father, I love the way that modern technology has changed the way that we buy, sell, trade cards, even rip packs. They're called slab packs, and they're on Arena Club. No more shuffling through everything. The common cards are all over the place. Stuff's getting folded out and all messed up. Arena Club keeps it nice and tight in your digital showroom. And then when you want that card and you want to show it off, what do? You just let Arena Club know.
Let them know and grab it and take it with you. Show it off online. I think this is huge just because the fact that you talked about cutting the corners. You want to get a card that doesn't break or doesn't have a problem with it, go right to Arena Club. They have everything you need. Easy money right there for really, really good, exceptional cards.
After your pulls are revealed, they'll immediately be placed in your vault for safekeeping or trading and selling. Right now, 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/foul and use code FOUL. That's arenaclub.com/foul, code FOUL for 20% off your first purchase.
And now back to the video.
Don't we always ask players, hey, who else offered you? What did they give you? And players are like, I don't really want to talk about it. Good for you, Luis Severino. Awesome. You want to throw the Mets straight under the bus? You just did it. Beep, 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 beep. And it's backing up. Beep, beep. It went over him. And now it's backing to back up again. I love this. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. Tell people why is it such a secret who offered you and what they offered you? Why are we keeping it down? You know what? He was happy in New York. He wanted to go back for less. He ended up getting more in Sacramento. Yes, they're the Sacramento A's. I'll say it. But it's awesome. I think this is great. I think it's good for the game. It lets other people know what they're thinking. And, you know, everyone that says, oh, the Mets are, you know, spending all this money. Well, they're trying to be a little thrifty on certain guys. For a guy that wanted to come back, $6 million isn't a lot for a 2-year deal. So good on you, Severino. And, yeah, like Todd said, this doesn't look great on the Mets because they could have used him. He was healthy for him and he pitched well for him. So, I don't know. But, hey, he got his money, so even better for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, you know, to go on your point, you know, why players don't do it, because I think most of them, they try and whether they're whatever deal they had and whoever they talk to, they're hoping that they don't get blackballed by other teams. Like, oh, this guy's got the voice. We don't want him on there because guess what? He's going to blurt out our business. I think that's probably the only reason. But I think Severino understands this is going to be his biggest contract. And unless all of a sudden he comes out and, you know, turns into Nolan Ryan or whatever it is. But, yes, he's no idiot. Good for him.
Yeah, and for the Mets, so basically – they were like, we got 34 mil. If you take that, we'll take you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're giving it to Montas. See,
no. Yeah, they gave Montas a deal.
Right.
They said, we're going to give you the Montas deal. That's it. Take it or leave it. From what he was saying.
Well, I'm sorry. They don't have the same track record over the past
I
year.
agree.
Sorry about it, AJ. Right. To me, I mean, obviously we were hard on them when they did that deal, and it has an opt-out after year one, which obviously he's not going to take now because he's hurt. But to me, those pitchers are not in the same category right now. They might be for them based on, I don't know, some peripheral numbers they're looking at. But to me, they're not in the same category.
Listen, Luis Severino pitched in New York last year, pitched well. So they know he can handle it, right? Pitched huge playoff games for him. Frankie Montas came over to the Yankees, and this is sad, and I hate saying this, but he didn't pitch. He was hurt. So you don't know how he's going to react to being in New York, and now he's hurt again, and that's a shame. But you had a proven track record guy that was going to sign a deal for less money, and you say no? I don't know, man. That's just not the way I would want to run an organization. But again, Mets money, they can do whatever they want with it. It's not my call. But good for you, Severino, for getting a better deal.
And now we're going to track those two even more so to see who has, the better second half, because obviously Montas is out for a minute, and maybe who factors into the playoffs. Did you guys see the minor league bullpen cart run out of steam this weekend?
No, I didn't see
for the
that.
A's? I think we got it, but they had to get another card, a backup card. It is minor league baseball. I think they said it on the Mets broadcast at one point. They're like, "This is the minor leagues. This is what happens."
How does that happen, though? How does it happen? I've never. How does this? Siri was on that? Wasn't Siri on that from when he fouled him off his shin?
Yes.
And they had to go. First of all, Todd, I don't know about you, but have you ever fouled a ball off your shin so bad you needed a bullpen cart to take you off the field?
I've had a bad one, but nothing. I've usually walked it off.
I know. I thought that was funny, but I mean, not funny. It's sad that he was hurt, but it was funny they needed the cart, and then of course they call the cart and it runs out of gas. Like don't they check these things before they take them on the field, Scott? I don't know.
Damn, I would hope so. I would hope so.
You would think, right?
Yeah, we got some struggles out there in Sacto right now. I mean, they're feeling it. It could be worse, and it might get worse. We're on.
Could be worse. It could be worse. How did you see the pictures they showed of the crowds the other day? There was like nobody at the games.
Yeah,
they're playing the Mets. They're playing the Mets. They're playing the Mets. That's a big market team with fans everywhere. So far in Sacramento, they've had the Cubs, the Padres, and the Mets. Wait till the Rockies or someone like that comes into town. Not knocking the Rockies fans, but they're not. They don't have the national following that the Cubs, especially the Cubs and the Mets, and even the Padres do, because they're not that far away. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Not a good sign.
I genuinely thought that they would have more excitement just because they're getting a major league team for a little bit of time, but I think there's a stench going on.
They didn't want it, though. If you name it the Sacramento A's, even for a couple years, the people will get behind it. But by saying, "Oh, we're not going to claim you, we're just using you for a couple years," people in Sacramento are like, "What?" Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.